title race on our hands over in Italy as both Milan teams, of course, are breaking away from the chasing pack. But what's going to happen this coming weekend? We're going to take a look at it, all of it, next. That's right, folks. Bamos Game, a prediction video today. We look forward to match number 34 over in Serie A. Subscribe to keep bang up today. All things Serie A related, Babylon Rose related, world football related. We're going to all here, boys. Under one Ruski, that's right, of course. AC Milan still 2 points clear over Internazionale, but of course Internazionale have a game in hand, of course, and if they were to win that, of course they can leapfrog, of course, their better rivals, and to maybe even get their hands on the trophy once again. We'll take a look at it, all of it in a minute. Of course, big shout out to my VIPs, they're the patrons, guys. Thank you very much, of course, behind the scenes. You know who you are. But anyway, let's jump in the deep end, of course, and have a look at how we all got on last round. Then, shall we? Here are those results, of course, not including the bottom one that's going to take place today, but I couldn't wait any longer. I had to get this video out because I'm a busy old bastard. That's right. Let's get into it. Fiorentina against Venezia. Big 1-1 win for Fiorentina. They're up to 7th in the table, maybe even actually within touch of distance of the top 5. Goodness gracious me, what a fantastic season they've had. AC Milan, of course, with a 2-0 win for Genoa to maintain their top of the table status for the time being. Atalanta, a 2-1 loss to Hellas Verona. Big win for them. Of course, Atalanta having not the greatest season. Of course, Champions League this time around. Of course, doesn't even look like they're going to get in Europe this time around. Unless, are they in the Coppa Italia? Going to quickly Google that right now. I just looked at it yesterday, actually. No, they're not in the Coppa Italia actually at all. It's actually Fiorentina against Juventus tonight, and Internazionale will wait for them in the final, of course. Anyway, Cagliari against Sassuolo was a 1-0 win for Cagliari. Juventus with a 1-1 draw against Bologna. Lazio with a 1-1 draw against Torino. Sampdoria with a loss against Salernitana. Goodness gracious me, God, the bloody Sampdoria could go down here. Spezia against Internazionale was a 3-1 win for Internazionale. Napoli against Roma was a draw. Udinese against Empoli was a 4-1 win for Udinese, and of course the mystery result will take place there. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. You might get a point, you might not get a point, and to be honest with you, I'm not really bothered about it. You shouldn't be bothered about it. It's just a point. Whatever, forget about it. So Udinese, where are you? Actually, let's take a look at the table right here, right now. Udinese are actually in 12th with that result. Milan currently leading the charge with 71 points. Internazionale 69 points for them. Napoli not too far away either. They're still in the race, but of course they're fading week in, week out. Juventus, of course, cannot hold on to top 4 for much longer. They have 5 points clear over Roma with games running out. Meanwhile, Salernitana are going to go down, it looks like, but they have a couple of games in hand, so they might be able to save their season with Genoa and Venezia going to join them, it looks like, at the time of asking. Let's take a look, of course, your leaderboard then is the mini leaderboard for this season, this week, and actually quite a few years, excuse me, kicking ass and taking names there with Nadek, Jimmy Watt and Kevin Russell Frost, 47-7 and Deep at the Great with 5 points on the board. Well done to you guys, and well done to the patrons, of course, kicking ass and taking names. What about, of course, the mini leaderboard? Now, this is, of course, from January onwards. It's 37-7, 81 points. He's the man to catch right now. And, of course, big shout out to the rest of the pack for keep on keeping on for long, long seasons that they are, of course. I'm looking forward to a break. Hopefully, you guys are too, whenever that comes around. But, of course, the football doesn't stop here. We've got the Nations League. We've got all sorts of kind of crap going on in the summer. So don't go anywhere. Make sure you smash your subscribe. Smash the thumbs up, please. And also check out the links out there, right there, for the Prediction League. You know who it is. It's free. Get your name in lights. Now we are taking a look at an extended match day. Of course, I'm trying to get as much games as I can squished in one video to reduce my workload next week. Got a lot going on next week. So these are the games. These are a little stretch all the way through to the middle of next week. So let's take a look at Genoa. Do you know what I mean? Up against Cagliari. Let's get into this one on Sunday, April the 24th. Now these two sides have played 41 times since 1993. 17 wins apiece and 7 draws. Of course, just 1 win and 6 over Genoa right now. 33% form. Up against the Cagliari side, just 1 win in the last 6. 17% form heading into this match. That's right. Of course, last time around over at Genoa was a 1-0 win for Genoa back in January 2021. The reverse fixture, of course, a 3-2 win for Genoa back in, of course, September 2021. In fact, Genoa unbeaten against Cagliari the last 4, picking up 4 wins out of 4. Meanwhile, Genoa came to this on back at that 2-0 loss against AC Milan. Of course, Cagliari the 1-0 win over Sassuolo last time around, of course. The odds, though, for this one, we got Genoa 22-20 for the Ricky 23-10. Is your draw, 12-5 is your way, and that's Cagliari on this. Genoa, of course, I don't even know which way I've gone with a draw here. 1-1 in the end, which will maintain that unbeaten run from Genoa over Cagliari for another match as well. Bologna taking on, of course, Udinese coming at you on Sunday, April the 24th. Now, these two sides have played 46 times in 1996. 12 wins for Bologna, 21 wins for Udinese, and 13 draws. Just 1 win and 6, though, for Bologna right now. 42% form. Up against the Udinese side, winning 3 on the bounce. 75% form heading into this, of course, not including the game against Salernitana, which, of course, will be taking place probably when this video goes out. Of course, last time around, though, over in Bologna, it was a 2-2 draw back in, of course, January 2021. The reverse fixture, a 1-1 draw in Udinese back in October 2021 as well. In fact, the last 4 occasions have been draws between these two sides, and of course, Bologna without a win in the last 6 heading into this. Of course, Udinese with a 4-1 over Empoli last time round. Of course, Bologna with a draw against Juventus last time round. The also for this one, what have we got going on here? We've got Bologna 50-8 for the victory, 11-5 is draw, 29-20 is your away win. That's Udinese. Again, of course, back Udinese here. They've been playing really good football of late, and of course, keeping the heat on in the middle of the pack there. Next, of course, Empoli up against Napoli, of course, coming at you on Sunday, April the 24th. Now, these two sides I've played each other 18 times in 1997. 7 wins to Empoli, 7 wins to Napoli, and 4 draws, of course. Napoli, though, coming to this, just 1 defeat past 5 for them. 58% form up against the Empoli side, who haven't won the last 17 games. However, drawing 3 of the last 6. 25% form heading into this. Last round, of course, over in Empoli, it was a 2-1 win for Empoli. That was back in April 2019. Goodness gracious me. Meanwhile, the reverse fixture, of course, over in Napoli was 1-1 for Empoli as well. So back-to-back wins in the league for Empoli over Napoli. Of course, can they make it a 3-peat? We'll see about that. Meanwhile, Napoli coming out into this on the back of that draw against Roma. Of course, Empoli with that 4-1 loss against Udinese last round. Also for this one, we got Empoli coming actually 92 for 2013 on as your Napoli, of course, 14-5 is your bloody draw here. Of course, gotta go with Napoli here, surely. 2-0 for them on the road, 10-3 points. Empoli taking the L on this one. Next, of course, we have Torino against Spezia, of course. Let's take a look at this one coming at you on where are you? That's right, of course, coming at you Saturday, April the 23rd. Now these two sides have played each other 3 times to 21. Of course, nothing for Torino, 2 for Spezia, and 1 draw. Of course, Torino, though, coming to this just 1 win in the last 6. Of course, just 1 defeat also in the past 6. 50% form for them, drawing 4 of the last 6 games. Goodness gracious me. Meanwhile, Spezia, just what we're looking at here, 1 win in the last 4 for them, 42% form heading into this match. Of course, last time around, though, in Torino was a 0-0 draw back in January 2021. The reverse fixture in Spezia was a 1-0 for Spezia, of course, back in November 2021 as well. Spezia pick up a 3-1 loss against Internazionale last time around. Of course, Torino with that monstrous draw against Lazio on the road last time around as well. The odds here, 2013 on is your Torino, 5-2 is your 90-4 is your away win. That's Spezia, of course. Torino taking the win on this one, 2-1 for them. Spezia with the L on that. Next up, of course, we have Venezia against Atalanta. That's right, also coming at you on Saturday, 23rd of April. Now these two sides have played 7 times 2001, 2 wins for Venezia, 4 wins for Atalanta, and 1 draw. Of course, Venezia, though, haven't won in the last 8 games. Of course, 0% form over the last 6 up against the Atalanta side, just 1 win in the last 6. Of course, 25% form heading into this match. Of course, last time around over in Venezia, it was a 1-0 win for Venezia back in February 2004. That was in Serie B. Of course, the reverse fixture, of course, was a 4-0 win for Atalanta back in November 2021. And of course, a big win for Atalanta it was. Also, they also played in the Coppa Italia in the round of 16 back in, of course, January 2022. This season, of course, was a 2-0 win for Atalanta as well. In fact, the away side hasn't won this game since Atalanta beat Venezia back in Venezia in March 2002. So it's been a while. It's been over 20 odd years since the away side has beaten the home side on this one. Atalanta, though, with a 2-1 loss against Verona last time around. Of course, Venezia with a 1-0 loss against Fiorentina last time around. On this one, I do anticipate, of course, that away side to win. I do anticipate Atalanta here to win this one. Of course, the odds, though, what we got going on, we have odds of 5-1 is your Venezia, 2-1 on is your Atalanta, 7-2 is your draw here. Of course, Atalanta will break that streak now. Of course, win as the away side for the first time in over 20 odd years. Next, of course, we have Hellas Verona coming at you up against Sampdoria, my boys. That's right, of course, on the 23rd of April as well. Now they've played each other 23 times tonight. 6-3 wins for Verona, 30 wins for Sampdoria, and 7 draws. Of course, just 1 defeat past 4 though for Verona right now, 50% form over the last 6. That's 1-2 lost to and drawn 2 up against the Sampdoria side. Just 1 win in 6, 17% form heading into this game. Last time around, over in Verona in competitive action, of course, was a 2-1 win for Sampdoria back in December 2020. That was in Serie A. Of course, the reverse fixture in Sampdoria was a 3-1 win for Sampdoria back in November 2021. Sampdoria picked up a 2-1 loss against Salernitana at home last time. A bit of a shocker there. Meanwhile, Verona with a 2-1 win on the road against Atalanta. Monstrous win for them as they bounce back as well. Looking at the odds for this one, we've got Verona 4-3 on for the victory, 13-5 is your draw, 50-4 is your Sampdoria. I'm losing faith in my Sampdoria boys here. 2-1 win for them for Verona to take 3 points and keep the dream alive. Next, of course, we have a zinger chicken dinner. It's the Mourinho derby. That's right. It's Internazionale up against Roma at the Giuseppe Meazza, of course. Played each other 76 times since 1993. 31 wins for Internazionale, 20 wins for Roma, and 25 draws, of course. Internazionale winning 4 in the bounce, 83% form over the last 6. I guess the Roma side, of course, just 1 defeat past 6, 75% form heading into this game. Last time around, though, over in the Giuseppe Meazza, of course, in the league, was a 3-1 win for Internazionale back in, of course, May 2020. On the reverse fixture, of course, a 3-1 win, a 3-0 win for Internazionale in Roma back in December 2021. They also played each other in the Coppa Italia in the quarterfinal stage. It was a 2-0 win for Milan Internazionale as well. So Internazionale picked up 3 wins on the bounce over Roma, and of course just conceded 1 goal over the last 3 games. Of course, Napoli, though, drew draw with Roma last round. Of course, Internazionale picked up a 3-0 win over AC Milan in the Coppa Italia semi-finals last round. Goodness gracious me. Looking at the odds for this one, and a zinger it is. 20-13 on is your Internazionale, 11-4 is your draw, and 70-4 is your Roma on this one. Going for goals here, 3-2 in the end. Internazionale taking the 3 points and keeping the dream alive. alive. Next, of course, we have Lazio up against AC Milan. Another zinger chicken dinner. This time, of course, in Rome. That's right. Lazio, of course, 68 times they play each other. Sit down to 3. 14 wins for Lazio, 30 wins for AC Milan, and 24 draws, of course. Lazio, though, just one defeat past 6, 75% form. Up against the AC Milan side, just one defeat past 6 as well. 67% form heading into this game. Also, just one win in 4 if you want to look at it a different way. Meanwhile, of course, Lazio did beat them last time around in Rome. Of course, it was a 3-0 win back in April 2021, around about this time last season. Of course, the reverse fixture, of course, a 2-0 win for AC Milan back in September 2021 this campaign. They also played each other in the quarterfinals of the Coppa Italia. That was a 4-0 win for AC Milan as well. In fact, the away side hasn't won this game since Milan beat Lazio back in July 2020. So it's been a while as well. Meanwhile, of course, AC Milan with that loss against their bitter rivals, of course, Internazionale last time around in the Coppa Italia. Of course, Lazio with the draw against Torino last time around. The odds for this one, though, what have we got going on? We've got Lazio, of course, 90-10 for the victory, 11-8 is your AC Milan, 23-10 is your draw. It's got to be a big victory for AC Milan, but no, gone with a 2-2 draw, surprise, but a lot of goals in it to make it very exciting as well. And that would probably put them level on points, according to my eyes. My mathematics, of course, would put them both on the same amount of points at the top of the table. Next, of course, Sassuolo up against Juventus coming at you on Monday night. That's right. Now these two sides have played each other. According to my eyes, around about 18 times to 13. 2 wins for Sassuolo, 30 wins for Juventus, and 3 draws, of course. Just 2 wins, 2 defeats the past 4 games for Sassuolo, 58% form. Also up against Juventus side, 2 wins of the last 4 games for them, 58% form over the last 6 as well. Last time over at Sassuolo was a 3-1 win for Juventus back in May 2021. The reverse fixture, of course, a 2-1 win for Sassuolo in Juventus back in October 2021. Now, of course, they also play each other in Turin, of course, in the quarterfinals of the Coppa Italia. It was a 2-1 for Juventus back in, of course, February as well. Juventus with a draw against Bologna last time around. Sassuolo with a 1-0 loss against Cagliari. Juventus also in action tonight against Fiorentina in the Coppa Italia semi-final stages, of course. So that may bear a factor of this game as well when you look at this one later on as well. Of course, the odds here 10-3 is Sassuolo, 13-5 is your draw, 5-4 on is Juventus. Of course, Juventus should expect to win this one, even on the road. 2-1 for Juventus to keep the top 4 dreams alive. Into the final stretches here, where Salernitana up against Fiorentina coming at you on, of course, Sunday, April the 24th. Now, these two sides have played each other 5 times in 1988. 1 for Salernitana, 3 for Fiorentina, and 1 draw. Just 1 win and 6 for Salernitana right now. 25% form up against Fiorentina side, unbeaten, of course, in the last 6 games, picking up 4 wins in the last 5 as well. 83% form heading into this. Last time around, though, in Salernitana, it was a 1-0 win for Salernitana back in, of course, October 2003. That was in Serie B. The reverse fixture, of course, a 4-0 win for Fiorentina in Fiorentina back in December 2021. Of course, Fiorentina with a 1-0 win over Venezia last time around. Salernitana with a 2-1 win over Sampdoria last time around. The odds here for this game, of course, 90-4 is your host, 13-5 is your draw, and of course, 13-8 on is your Fiorentina, who are decent this season. Of course, 3-1 win for them on the road to take it to the house. Wow, wow, wee, wow, indeed. Of course, that's, of course, the full match day list for the weekend, but we're going to take a look at the extended match week, of course, which includes... Okay, next, of course, we have Atalanta up against Torino. That's right, coming at you over at Atalanta. I've got basic stats on this one because there's a bit of a problem here with my site here. But anyway, they take place on April the 27th. Now, of course, heading into this game over the last couple of occasions. Last time around over in Atalanta, it was a 3-3 draw between these two. So that's back in, of course, February 6th, 2021. The reverse fixture, of course, a 2-1 win for Atalanta back in, of course, August 2021. I've got no odds on here. Of course, Atalanta coming into this match over in 8th spot. Of course, Torino doing pretty good this season in 11th, of course. Again, no odds. Going to go with my gut. My gut says a 2-0 win for Atalanta to make it back-to-back wins for them to, of course, put a bit of a run in as the season comes to a close. Next, of course, Bologna up against Internazionale coming out also on April the 27th. Now, these say, of course, last time around over in Bologna was a 1-0 win for Internazionale. Of course, that was back in April 3rd, 2021. Of course, Milan followed that up, of course, with a 6-1 demolition for them over in September the 18th. Of course, goals coming at you from Skriniar in there. Dzeko with a couple of goals as well, of course. No odds on this one, of course, pretty much basic stuff coming at you, but I do anticipate Internazionale following up with that win, of course, midweek against, or the weekend over Roma with another win against Bologna, 2-0 win for them on the road. Into the final 2 now we have Fiorentina, of course, coming at you over against Udinese. Now these two sides have played each other, of course, a bunch of times over the last few years, but of course over the last what we're looking at 6 here, we're looking at pretty much all over the place here, with a couple of wins either side. But last round though, over in Fiorentina, it was a 3-2 win for Fiorentina back in, of course, October 25th, 2020. Of course, the reverse fixture this campaign was a 1-0 for Fiorentina back in, of course, September 26th this campaign. Of course, Udinese and Fiorentina having really decent seasons considering where they've been over the past few seasons. But again, this match takes place in Fiorentina, so I do anticipate a win for the home side here to continue their recent run of events and maybe make a push for Europe as well. And then wrap it up. It is Salernitana up against Venezia, a bit of a relegation 6-pointer, of course, both sides. Bottom 2, of course, and you'd expect both sides need to pick up back-to-back wins here if they're going to get themselves out of the thick of things. Anyway, of course, Locking Horns on the 27th with it as well. Of course, last time around over in Salernitana, it was a 2-1 for Salernitana back in April 17, 2021. That was in Serie B. Of course, the reverse fixture, of course, the 2-1 for Salernitana back in October 26 as well. So Salernitana back-to-back wins for them. In fact, they've won 1, 2, 3, 4 on the spin against Venezia heading into this game. Again, got no odds on this one, so my gut says a win for nobody here. 0-0 right in the middle, of course. Not really good for either two sides as they try to stick around in the division for another season. That is it. Of course, we'll be back on the conclusion of these games, the midweek games next week. But if you want to get involved, Serie A, there is the link to get involved with it as well. Be sure to smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe, hit the little bell as well. Be sure to give it some love and know, because it does wonders for the old algorithm, does wonders for the channel as well. Whilst you're trying to kick on into 2022, we have a bit of a break over the summer, of course, reevaluate the channel, and hopefully you'll be there when we come back again for the start of the new season. But that is it. Smash the thumbs up, smash your subscribe. See you soon for the next one. Until then, boys, we're done right now.